Hello, English and Steppers, and welcome back to English in Steps. I'm Armin Miller, buzzing to have you today as we unlock vital workplace communication skills.
And I'm Ilara Vance, your dedicated companion on this incredible learning adventure. It's truly wonderful connecting with you wherever you're listening. We're thrilled you're taking another confident step on your English journey.
Fantastic to have you. You know, Ilara, I often spend more time hunting for elusive files on my computer than actually working. It's a real digital treasure hunt.
Armand, your computer needs its own AI assistant. But fear not, English and Steppers, we're equipping you to conquer human workplace challenges. Those moments you need a fellow human when technology fails.
Good point. Today, we're focusing on a crucial, often overlooked topic, asking for help at work. Everyone, from new colleagues to seasoned executives, needs assistance. Knowing how to ask politely and effectively is crucial, impacting productivity, team success, and professional relationships. It fosters trust and growth.
Absolutely, Armand. Powering through alone, especially when genuinely stuck, leads to unnecessary stress, preventable mistakes, and missed deadlines. Seeking help isn't weakness, it's wisdom, self-awareness, and a smart way to ensure tasks are completed accurately and efficiently. It demonstrates maturity and commitment. In this episode, we'll learn essential phrases to use confidently when you find yourself in a tricky spot, navigating new software, tackling complex tasks, or clarifying project details. You'll hear a natural, practical dialogue demonstrating these phrases in action, making them easier to apply.
Indeed, this episode boosts your confidence with the right words for moments of uncertainty. We want you to feel empowered to seek support, fostering a collaborative, productive environment where asking for help is seen as a strength. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more fantastic English lessons. Your support helps us create valuable resources. Now, listen closely to our workplace dialogue scene where these key phrases come alive in a real-world context.
This quarter's marketing performance report is really throwing me for a loop. I just can't seem to make sense of the data visualization tool, and the brief is incredibly complex.
Oh, hey, Chloe. That sounds tough, especially with the stakeholder presentation coming up. What's giving you the most trouble? Is it the raw data or creating those detailed charts?
I'm having trouble with the advanced analytics section. I've gone through the training, but honestly, I'm a bit stuck on interpreting these conversion funnel metrics for the new campaign. I'm not sure how to extract the specific insights the brief is asking for.
Conversion funnels can be tricky, especially with our new campaign structure. I understand. Is there a particular part of the brief you're finding unclear, or more about how to represent the data accurately?
Both, really. Specifically, I'm not sure how to correctly segment the customer journey data to show the impact of the retargeting ads. It's supposed to be a core finding, but I keep getting conflicting numbers.
Really? You mean you actually know how to get that data? I thought I'd have to pull an all-nighter trying to figure it out by myself.
I think so. It requires a specific filter sequence. Could you spare a moment for me to show you? It's usually tucked away in a less obvious menu.
I think so. It requires a specific filter sequence. Could you spare a moment for me to show you? It's usually tucked away in a less obvious menu.
Oh, Liam, that would be absolutely amazing. A lifesaver. I'd appreciate that so much. I'm feeling quite relieved already.
No problem at all, Chloe. Happy to assist. I can walk you through it right now if you have a moment. It's something I've figured out after a bit of trial and error.
Yes, I do. I'm currently looking at the campaign performance dashboard and trying to apply a custom date range. Do you have any tips for navigating these advanced filter options quickly?
Okay, I know exactly what you need. That dashboard's filters can be a maze. I can walk you through the precise steps to segment that data. It's much simpler once you know the exact path.
Welcome back, English and Steppers. That was a relatable workplace scenario. We've all felt lost or overwhelmed. Let's unpack those crucial phrases for confident use.
Absolutely. We heard valuable expressions for needing a hand in that dialogue. Let's break them down one by one, making sure you can use them with confidence.
First up, could you help me with? This is a direct, polite, common way to ask for assistance. Use a verb in ing form or a noun phrase for the specific task. For instance, could you help me with setting up this accounting software? Or could you help me with this complex spreadsheet? Adding please makes it politer. Could you please help me with reviewing this document? This shows proactive problem solving.
This phrase is incredibly versatile and can be used for both small, quick requests and larger, more involved forms of assistance, showing your willingness to learn and to collaborate rather than struggle alone.
Next, we have I'm having trouble with, perfect for expressing a difficulty or obstacle hindering your progress. It signals you've made an effort but are stuck, needing external input. For example, I'm having trouble with compiling the data, or I'm having trouble with understanding these regulations. Less direct, it invites collegial support and shows prior attempt at resolution.
This phrase effectively communicates your struggle without sounding helpless, naturally prompting guidance. It's a great way to open a conversation about your challenge.
Then, I'd appreciate that. A lovely, indispensable phrase to show gratitude and accept help. It's polite and professional, confirming you welcome the offer. For example, if a colleague asks, would you like me to look at that spreadsheet? Respond, yes, I'd really appreciate that. That would be a huge help. It conveys you value their time and willingness to help, strengthening relationships. It sets a positive, respectful tone.
This phrase shows immediate respect, communicating their offer is valued. If someone offers a suggestion, if you could send me those instructions, I definitely appreciate that. It's a great way to politely close the loop, demonstrating gratitude.
Another helpful phrase is, could you spare a moment? This is a polite way to ask for someone's time before detailing your request, respecting their busy schedule. You might say, could you spare a moment? I have a quick question about the presentation.
It's useful when you're unsure if they're available or if your question requires a brief discussion. It gives them a chance to indicate if they're too busy.
Next up, can you walk me through? This phrase is excellent when you need step-by-step guidance on a process or system. For instance, can you walk me through setting up this new client account? Or can you walk me through the expense reporting process?
It clearly indicates you're looking for practical instruction, not just a quick answer, showing you want to learn the procedure yourself.
Here's another common expression, I'm a bit stuck on. This is a slightly more informal but still professional way to say you're having difficulty with a specific part of a task. For example, I'm a bit stuck on the budget projections for next quarter.
It implies you've made progress but hit a roadblock. It's often followed by a brief explanation of what specifically has you stumped.
And for seeking advice, do you have any tips for? This is a great way to ask for advice or suggestions from someone experienced. You might say, do you have any tips for managing multiple projects at once?
It shows you value their expertise and are open to learning effective strategies, rather than asking for direct help with the task itself.
Now, let's look at not sure. This powerful phrase is for genuinely lacking certainty or understanding. It's humble, honest, and strategic, inviting crucial information or guidance. For instance, I'm not sure what time the meeting starts, or I'm not sure how to apply this policy. It's vital for avoiding assumptions, preventing errors, and ensuring accuracy.
This phrase shows you're open to learning, avoiding bigger problems or misunderstanding. It's brief, clear, and effective for open communication.
And figure it out. This common, useful idiom means to solve a problem or understand something through thought, effort, or collaboration. For example, let's figure it out together means combining efforts to find a solution. It implies investigation and resolution.
This expression highlights a proactive, determined approach to problem solving. You might also say, I need time to figure out the best approach for this presentation.
And our bonus phrase from the dialogue, throwing me for a loop. This vivid idiom means to surprise, confuse, or disorient someone unexpectedly, making them bewildered. It suggests an unexpected, challenging situation that caught you off guard.
When Chloe said, this marketing performance report is really throwing me for a loop, she meant it caused significant confusion, making it difficult to understand or deal with. It's an informal way way to express unexpected difficulty or feeling caught off guard. Relatable when technology misbehaves.
That was a great breakdown of some very useful phrases. Now for the fun part, making sure they're ready for you to use confidently. Welcome to our shuffled review.
Exactly. We're going to mix them up to really test your knowledge. To start, I'll give you a definition or a situation.
And you, our listener, try to say the correct phrase out loud. Let's begin.
A direct, polite, common way to ask for assistance.
Could you help me with?
Use this to express a difficulty or obstacle that's hindering your progress.
I'm having trouble with.
A professional way to show gratitude and accept an offer of help.
I'd appreciate that.
A courteous way to ask for someone's time before you detail your request.
Could you spare a moment?
Request this when you need step-by-step guidance on a process.
Can you walk me through?
An informal but still professional way to say you've hit a roadblock on a specific part of a task.
I'm a bit stuck on.
This is how you ask an experienced colleague for their strategies or advice.
Do you have any tips for?
A straightforward phrase to admit you genuinely lack certainty or understanding.
Not sure.
An idiom that means to solve a problem or understand something through effort.
Figure it out.
An informal idiom for when something unexpectedly confuses or disorients you.
Throwing me for a loop.
This is how you ask an experienced colleague for their strategies.
Do you have any tips for?
An informal but professional way to say you've hit a roadblock.
I'm a bit stuck on.
A courteous way to check if someone is available before asking your question.
Could you spare a moment?
A professional way to show you value someone's offer to help.
I'd appreciate that.
An informal idiom for when something unexpectedly confuses you.
Throwing me for a loop.
This is how you ask an experienced colleague for their strategies.
Do you have any tips for?
An informal but professional way to say you've hit a roadblock.
I'm a bit stuck on.
A courteous way to check if someone is available before asking your question.
Could you spare a moment?
A professional way to show you value someone's offer to help.
I'd appreciate that.
An informal idiom for when something unexpectedly confuses you.
Throwing me for a loop.
A polite, common way to ask for assistance.
Could you help me with?
Request this when you need step-by-step guidance.
Can you walk me through?
An idiom that means to solve a problem often together.
Figure it out.
A phrase to admit you genuinely lack a piece of information.
Not sure.
Use this to express that an obstacle is blocking your progress.
I'm having trouble with.
Excellent. Now let's flip that around.
I'll provide the phrase and you recall the meaning. Could you help me with?
A direct, polite, common way to ask for assistance.
I'm having trouble with.
A phrase used to express a difficulty or obstacle that's hindering your progress.
I'd appreciate that.
A professional way to show gratitude and accept an offer of help.
Could you spare a moment?
A courteous way to ask for someone's time before you detail your request.
Can you walk me through?
A request for step-by-step guidance on a process.
I'm a bit stuck on.
An informal but professional way to say you've hit a roadblock on a specific part of a task.
Do you have any tips for?
How you ask an experienced colleague for their strategies or advice.
Not sure.
A straightforward phrase to admit you genuinely lack certainty or understanding.
Figure it out.
An idiom that means to solve a problem or understand something through effort.
Throwing me for a loop.
An informal idiom for when something unexpectedly confuses or disorients you.
Could you spare a moment?
A courteous way to ask for someone's time before you detail your request.
Figure it out.
An idiom that means to solve a problem or understand something through effort.
Do you have any tips for?
How you ask an experienced colleague for their strategies or advice.
Throwing me for a loop.
An informal idiom for when something unexpectedly confuses or disorients you.
Could you spare a moment?
A courteous way to ask for someone's time before you detail your request.
Figure it out.
An idiom that means to solve a problem or understand something through effort.
Do you have any tips for?
How you ask an experienced colleague for their strategies or advice.
Not sure.
A straightforward phrase to admit you genuinely lack certainty or understanding.
Can you walk me through?
a courteous way to ask for someone's time before you detail your request.
Fantastic work today. Remember, using these phrases isn't just about getting answers. It's about building trust and showing you're a proactive member of the team. Don't hesitate to use them. Every time you ask for help, you're taking a powerful step towards success. Keep it up.
That wraps up another fantastic, knowledge-packed episode of English in Steps. We hope you feel more confident asking for help at work. Seeking assistance isn't weakness. It's a smart, proactive strategy for success, showing initiative and commitment to collaboration.
Absolutely, Alara. Consistent practice is undeniable English in Steppers. Use these phrases often and they'll become natural. Don't be afraid to try. Every attempt builds confidence and fluency. Imagine how much smoother and more efficient your work life becomes communicating needs and challenges.
You know, Armin, I was going to tell a joke about a time-traveling accountant, but I think it went over everyone's head.
Oh, well, Laura, your humor is always ahead of its time. Your jokes add the perfect sparkle. Speaking of needing help, I almost submitted a report with embarrassing placeholder text this morning.
Armand, a crisis averted. Good thing you caught that. Imagine the follow-up questions from management.
Exactly. Good to know my limits and proofread thoroughly, especially with numbers. English and Steppers, leave a comment below. Tell us which phrase resonated most, or share an experience where asking for help made a difference. We love your stories. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on for future lessons. We're always here to guide you.
Keep learning, keep growing, and always remember, collaboration is the essence of progress. Together, we can achieve far more than we ever could alone.